Good feeling. Feeling good? Everyone's feeling good? All right, we'll start in child's pose. So come to the back of your mat. Bring your knees down. Open them nice and wide, and then drop your hips back as far as you can towards your heels. And then let the crown of your head come down towards your mat. I'm just double checking that I've signed in properly. Okay, no one's looking for me. Let your forehead relax on the mat. Start to slow down your breath. Again, nice and slow, deep breaths. And then exhale, nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Maybe let your forehead rock on the mat a little bit, massaging your third eye. Now inhale, and on your exhale, see if you can walk your fingers out a little bit further in front of you, starting to feel your spine stretch from the crown of your head to the back of your tailbone. Can you let your hips get heavier, letting them come down? Let go all the stress of the day. Feel your rib cage expanding against your thighs. And now slowly start to walk your right hand over to your right. Maybe you can keep your forehead on the ground, maybe not. And then lift your left hand to rest on top of the right hand. So you're gonna start to feel a twist coming in through your torso. See if you can keep your head down. You should also feel a stretch coming through the left side of your body. And see if you can press the left hip back down next to the left heel. Slow breath. And now walk gently through center all the way over to the left. And then place the right hand on top of the left hand. Let your head come down heavy. Slow breaths, stretching through your side body. Letting your right hip get heavy, reaching back towards that right heel. And then now walk your hands back to center. Forehead on the mat. Few more breaths here, maybe stretching your fingers out, maybe not. And now slowly start to lift your body up, coming into your tabletop position. Lining your knees up underneath your hips, your hands up underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Breathe. If you can find this neutral position, and then when you're ready, drop your belly, open your heart forward, breathe. Exhale, start to round your spine, crown of your head coming between your arms, arching your back. Rounding your back, sorry. Inhale, all the way forward, big cow spine. I got you relaxed already. And then exhale, round your spine. All the way back through center. And exhale for down. Come back to neutral. Slide your right leg back behind you, pressing your right toes into the mat, rock back and forth. Stretch out the back of your leg. And then you find your balance, reach your left fingertips forward. If you're able, float your left arm up, right leg up. Try not to arch your back, so you want to get nice and long. Nice. Balance here. And now we're going to draw our elbow to our knee underneath our body. And then extend that out. Now, pay attention, we're going to go to the side. So knee to the side, elbow to the side. Lots of balance here. And then back to the front. Knee to elbow underneath us. Extend back out. Knee and elbow to the side. Extend back out. One more time. Knee to elbow. Extend and open to the side and extend. Lower your toes down. Lower your left hand. We're going to swivel our right shin. Opening up to the right side of the room. So towards the door. Yeah, there we go. So I'm sorry, swivel your left shin, extend your right leg, lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Now reach your right arm over your ear towards me. And now you draw your right elbow to your right knee, connecting them, balancing, using support. I'm sneaking it in, and then extend your leg back to the floor, arm up, and then draw your elbow to meet your knee. And extend it back up. If the balance is too hard, you can keep your foot on the ground and just draw your arm in and extend. Now reach your right arm back up to the ceiling. Find length from your left hand, pressing the floor all the way up to your right fingers, reaching the ceiling. Now we're going to pretend we're playing a giant air guitar. So bring your hand forward towards me and then make a big giant circle. Feel this in your shoulder. And then do that again. You might get a little crunchly crunkies. We're going to just try and work those out one more time. All right, now we're going to rotate our hand back down to the floor. We're going to press our right toes into the mat. We're going to float our left leg up into our three-legged dog. And now float your left foot down into your down dog. Pedal your down dog out. Bend your knees deeply, waggle your hips, maybe even shimmy your shoulders a little bit. Now drop both heels down, find some stillness in your down dog. And on your next inhale, pull forward into your high plank. You're welcome to drop your knees down here, or you can lower all the way down in one long line, all the way to our stomachs. We're going to slide our forearms in front of us, press the mat away, lift our chest up, coming into a Sphinx pose. This is a little back bend, it's very supported. Now think about pressing your thumb and your pinky into the ground. So I don't want your weight back in your elbows, just think about using your forearm muscles. It's not really something we normally do. Maybe, yeah. More breath. All right, now lower all the way down to your stomach. Actually, you might want to just hang out for a second and watch me. I swear I'll try and explain this properly. We're going to extend our left arm away from us in a half T. We're going to roll onto our left side and then bring our right foot behind us. So it's a big stretch through the top of your left shoulder. All right, so left arm out. Roll onto your left side, bring your right leg behind you. You may keep your right arm in front of you, or if you're like, I really want this great shoulder stretch, you can do what you're doing, bend and bring your arm down. Or maybe make it into an L shape, and you feel this big opening. See if you can get your left ear down to the mat. Oh yeah, now we found some tension. One more breath here. And then roll back to your stomach and make your way back into your tabletop position. So that is a big shoulder chest opener. All right, from our tabletop position, we're gonna turn our fingers to the outside edges of the mat. Before we do the other side, let's do a little bit of wrist stretching. So sway side to side. Now go ahead and turn your fingers towards you. And rock forward and back. You need to do one hand at a time. Go ahead and do that. You like to peel up off your wrist so that you get deeper into your fingers. That can feel quite lovely too. Or you can be like, nope, don't like this at all. All right, and then the last one, we're gonna turn our fingers, our palms, back of our palms onto the mat with our fingers touching each other, and a little elbow bend and straighten. Now, if none of these feel good, or one of them feels better, or one of them feels worse, just repeat the ones that feel right for you. All right, let's come back to our tabletop. Now, this time we're gonna stretch our left leg behind us. We're gonna rock back and forth on our left toes. Stretching it out. And then reach your right arm forward, lift your left foot off the ground, reach your right arm up. Find your balance. Notice that if you press your right shin into the mat, it will help with your balance. And now draw your knee to elbow to meet under your body. And then extend them away. And now open your knee and elbow to the side. And extend them out. Exhale, knee to elbow meet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow to the side. And lengthen. Nice. And now bring your right hand down, bring your left foot down. All right, we're gonna lift our right foot this time. We're gonna rotate our right shin and come on and reach our left arm up. So now you're facing out the window. Yes, so much better this time. All right, reach those fingers up to the ceiling, probably because I used the correct healing. And now reach your fingers towards me. Nice long arms. You feel a big stretch through your side. If you can, bring your knee and your elbow to meet. And then extend it back out. Knee to elbow to meet. Extend it back out one more time, getting in a little bit of oblique warm up and extend. It's so nice. Now bring that arm straight up to the ceiling and make those big guitar playing circles. 1 and 2 and 3. You're gonna make your way into your high plank. Oh wait, no, whoops, you're gonna come into your three-legged dog. Right leg up in the air this time. I was jumping ahead. Breathe here, and now lower your right foot by your left foot. Pedal it out, sway your hips. Get nice and juicy here. And then drop both heels back, coming into stillness. Breathe here. And then ripple roll all the way forward into your high plank. Holding here in your high plank. And now we're going to lower all the way down to our belly. So you drop your knees or come all the way down in one long piece. Untuck your toes and lift up into your baby cobra. So last time we did a sphinx with our forearms on the ground. This round we're going to do a baby cobra with our hands by our sides. Nice. One more breath here. And now float down so your forehead is on the mat. Extend your right arm out to the right. Roll onto your right side, right here on the mat if possible. And kickstand your left leg behind you so you don't go all the way to your back. Your left arm can reach up, can be out in front of you. It can reach up where you can start to cactus it a little bit if you want to find an additional opening through your chest. One side probably feels very different from the other side. The side is less uncomfortable for me. One more breath here. And then we'll roll back onto our stomachs. Plant our hands and press ourselves back up into our tabletop. From our tabletop, we're gonna curl our toes under, peel our hips up, coming into our downward facing dog. Breathe here. Knees forward at our hands and slowly walk our feet all the way up to meet our hands. Coming into a forward fold, bend your knees slightly, reach for opposite elbows, and then gently sway side to side. Release your elbows and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. And all the way up to stand. Lining your shoulders up over your hips, centering your head, letting your arms come down by your side. Beautiful, everyone. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Lower your knees. Bend your elbows, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, come into your baby cobra. Exhale back into tabletop, into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you, coming into your three-legged dog. And then bend your right knee as you start to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. You're in a lizard lunge. Lower your back knee down if you want to, or keep it lifted, it's up to you. Maybe you want to sway back and forth a little bit. If your knee is down, you can still do that. Getting deeper into your hip. And now everybody lower your back knee down, walk your hands back, flex your front foot, and lengthen your spine coming into a half split. So now we've got a deep stretch in the back of the right leg, toes up to the ceiling, a little different than we normally do because both hands are on the inside of the foot. If you have blocks or a block, you're more than welcome to use it to prop your fingers up. Breathe here. And now roll forward, plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower your knees, bend your elbows, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Come up through tabletop, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee and bring your left foot to the outside edge of your left hand, helping it along if you need to. You can keep your right knee lifted or lowered. Take some gentle sways back and forth here if that feels good. Now try not to collapse down. You want to keep pressing the ground away from you, keeping your heart open. Nice. Now everyone lower your back knee, walk your hands back a little bit as you straighten your left leg, flex your toes to the ceiling. Breathe. See if you can open your heart forward like you have something really cool printed on your shirt and you want everybody to see it. Breathe here. And then rock forward onto your left foot, plant your hands, curl your back toes, step back to plank. So you're more than welcome to do knees, chest, chin. Maybe you want to take it up a little bit and go half all the way down. Untuck your toes, coming into a cobra, lifting your chest up a little bit further, and then exhale back into a downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, step it to the outside of your right foot. Rocking back and forth here. Lower your left knee down. Reach your right arm forward, up, And then over towards the back of the room. That's a tough one on your shoulder. If it's a tough one on your shoulder, make the adjustments that you need to. Look over your back, right shoulder. And then bring your hand to the inside of your right foot. Press back, coming back into that half split with your right toes flexed. Straightening that leg. Breathe here. Think about opening up. Try not to shrug your shoulders. Try not to hunch forward. We want to find opening through our chest, even though we're stretching the back of our leg like banana. And now roll forward onto that right foot. Step back to plank. I'm going to lower all the way down to my stomach. Untuck my toes. Lift up to cobra. So my thighs stay on the ground. And then tuck my toes going into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee and step it to the outside of your left foot. Breathe here. Nice. Lower your right knee down and tuck your right toes. Reach your left arm forward up to the ceiling as you start to rotate. Look back over your left shoulder. Breathe here. So try to press the mat away from you with your right arm, finding space in the right shoulder as you open through your chest. And then bring your left arm all the way back down to the inside of your left foot and walk your hands back a little bit as you straighten your left leg, flex your left toes up to the ceiling. Hamstrings are getting nice, good stretch tonight. All right, roll forward, plant your hands, step into plank. Maybe you're ready for a traditional vinyasa with a chaturanga, lowering down halfway. Untuck your toes, coming into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. And of course, you can take any version you want as we go through our vinyasas. I'm just giving you suggestions. Float your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, step to the outside of your right hand. Your hips should be nice and open now. It should not be the same struggle it was a few rounds ago. Lower your left knee down. Untuck your left toes. Reach your right arm forward, up and back. Now we're looking back there. Can you bend your left foot? Can your right hand and your left foot make a connection? Maybe they just like wave to each other. They don't actually need to connect. It's not mandatory. Breathe here. And release your foot if you're holding onto it. Place your right hand in between your right, inside your right foot. Press back, come into your half split pose. Hamstrings should be nice and warmed up. Now they should just be talking, not yelling. And then roll forward, plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower down, take the vinyasa of your choice. Upward facing dog. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Hanging out there in your lizard. Lower your right knee down and tuck your toes. Reach your left arm forward. Up to the ceiling and rotate it around to the back. Bend your right foot, right knee. Maybe your hand and foot connect, maybe they don't. There's lots of stops on this bus route. Breathe here. And then release it down. Hand on the inside of your foot, walk your hands back, come into your half split. Flexing your front toes. Keep your heart nice and open. And then plant your hands, step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. One more breath. We'll gaze forward at our hands and slowly walk our feet up to meet our hands. Put your head nice and heavy. Breathe here. And bend your knees and gently roll all the way up, nice and slow. Nice and slow. And all the way up. Just stand. Find your balance on 2 feet. Roll your shoulders back a couple times. Roll them forward. If you have any wiggles that you need to get rid of, go ahead and do that. All right. I am going to mirror you. I hope. We'll see how this goes. Just shift your weight onto your right leg. Start to lift your left heel up. Just your left heel is off the ground. Nice. We're going to bring our arms out into a T shape to give us extra balance. Now, as you find this sturdiness in your right leg, you're drawing in your core, and now you're starting to float your left knee up to the ceiling, and then tap your toe down, and then lift it back up, and tap it down, lift it up. One more time. Find something that's not moving to focus on, and now can you hold your knee up? Slow breaths here. And then help your left foot make its connection to your right leg. So whether it's down below your knee or up above your knee, we want to find a tree pose, holding onto a piece of furniture or a wall. And now, sometimes when we go into tree, we automatically stick our butt out behind us as part of this like weird internal balancing thing. See if you can lengthen your tailbone down and make yourself straighter and taller. You can bring your hands to heart center if that helps with your balance. And some inner silence. And then see if you can grow your arms up towards the sky. Notice if you press your leg, your standing leg, into your foot, instead of only pressing your foot into your leg, it gives you a little bit more security, a little bit more balance. Nice. All right, open those arms back into your T position. Bring your knee to face me. Flex your foot, extend your leg out. See if you can hold it here. Now, we're gonna get tricky. Swing your leg like a pendulum all the way back behind you, coming into a warrior 3. I know. And your right leg is really tired right now, so bring your left leg down, stand on up, shake it out. That was awesome. All right, see, you all did it. You were like, what is she doing? It was fine. All right, let's try and do that on the other side. So, left leg, super strong, super sturdy. Start to lift your right heel up. All right, so we're on our right big toe. Bring your arms out into your T shape. And now lift your knee up and tap it down. Lift your knee up. Is this your best side or your second best side? Lift it up. One more time. Hold it up here. Something to stare at. Holding your balance. All right, now, with the help of your hand or not, bring your right foot to make a connection to your left leg, whether it's below the knee or above the knee is perfectly fine. It's not on the knee. Your arms out, maybe it's time to bring them into heart center. Now notice, did you sway a little bit? Can you lengthen your tailbone down? Draw your belly button in and up. You got your hip points going forward. Shoulders are still in line over your hips. Drop that right hip down. And now grow your arms up to the ceiling. So nice. Breathing. Open your arms back into your T shape. Draw your knee towards the front of the room. Flex your foot, extend it out. Find your balance, know where we're going. We're going to pendulum swing our leg all the way back, hinging forward at our hips, coming into our warrior three. Of course, bring your hands down to the floor if you need that extra support. Of course, hold on to a wall or a person or a couch. And then bring that right foot down, come back to stand and shake it out. All right. So balance is really important. Got to work on it constantly. Well, let's go ahead and build our flow. We'll come to the front of our mat. Take a moment here, roll your shoulders out, get both feet planted squarely on the ground. Find your sturdiness. Feel nice and comfortable. And then inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. So knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, baby cobra, upward facing dog, whatever feels good to you. And then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. All right, float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee, feel your hips start to open. Then extend your left leg back up behind you. Draw the knee into your chest. Hover and plank with that knee drawing into your chest. And then using your belly, core straight, float the left foot up between your hands. You're in your low lunge. We're gonna do that little rock back and forth like we did in lizard. So maybe you come up onto your fingertips. Finding some motion here. Make sure you're pressing your left foot into the ground. Now we're gonna turn our right foot, press into the right outer edge of our foot, and then cartwheel our arms up, coming into our warrior two. Breathe here. Straighten our arm, tap our fingers overhead. And then exhale back into our warrior two. Lift and straighten. Then we'll melt that. One more time. Lift and straighten. And exhale, melt back down. Turn your left arm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. So I want you all to make sure you can lift that right arm off your back leg. So you don't want to like pressing into that leg. It's a habit that a lot of us get into, and we don't want to do that. Straighten our left arm, come into our peaceful triangle. And then come back into our warrior two. Cartwheel your hands all the way down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. So knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Extra push-ups, whatever floats your boat, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you, bend your right knee, moving your hips. So you're pointing your right knee up to the ceiling, but still pressing evenly through both hands. So then extend the right leg straight behind you. Draw your right knee towards your chest. Come into your plank pose. Hold here like you're squeezing the leg in. And then bring the right foot up between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Go ahead and rock back and forth here. Really press your right foot into the mat. Feel very grounded. And now turn your left heel down, pressing into the outer edge of your left foot. Cartwheel yourself up to warrior two. Straighten your right leg, bring your hands to touch overhead. Exhale back down. Lengthen and straighten. And exhale back down. One more time. Lengthen and straighten. And exhale back down. Bring your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Make sure you're not pressing down into your left leg. Reach, reach, reach. Straighten your right leg coming into your peaceful triangle. And then reach your arms into T as you make your way back into your warrior two. Breathe here. What are you doing? Yoga. Cartwheel your hands all the way down. Teaching. I'm teaching. It's Angela. Go through your vinyasa.
Yeah, I'm okay for now.
Okay.
My parents are upstairs.
And we'll all meet in downward facing dog.
All right, thank you so much. Have a
You're
good day.
welcome. Bye. Hi, Leo. And breathe here in your downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands and walk your feet all the way up to meet your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, palms touch overhead. Exhale your hands down by your side. All right, let's add on to that. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. Your choice of your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog is where we'll all meet. Maybe you pedal it out, maybe you enjoy the stillness. But think about pressing your forefinger, your thumb, and your pinky finger into the mat evenly, lengthening your arms. Put your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, open your hip. Twirl your left ankle in one direction, and then twirl it in the other direction. Extend your left leg behind you, draw your left knee into your chest, come into your plank pose. Hold your knee, drawing it in. Press the mat away from you, finding like a little bit of a cat spine, and then slide your left foot up between your hands, coming into your low. Bring your right foot down, press into the outer edge of your right foot, cartwheel yourself up into your warrior two. Breathe here, straighten your leg, palms touch overhead, exhale, melt back into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your left leg, peaceful triangle. So now think about engaging your inner thighs, engaging your glutes. As you come into a T, your legs stay super strong. You reach towards me, hinge at your hips, reach, reach, reach. As far as you can, then you bring your left hand down to your shin or a block behind your leg, or maybe all the way to the floor. You reach your right arm up to the ceiling. You want to think like you're between two tall panes of glass. So you're super lined up. Your left ear is facing the floor. Your right ear is facing the ceiling. Breathe. We're going to stand back up. Use that core strength to lift you back up. Bend your left knee back into your warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Put your right leg up behind you, bend your right knee, open your heel up to your knee up to the ceiling. Twirl your right ankle in one direction, and then twirl it in the other direction. Send your right leg back up behind you. Draw your knee to your chest. Hold it here in plank. Press the ground away from you. Find space. Hug your thigh in And then slide your left foot up, right foot, sorry, up between your hands. You're in your low lunge. Turn your left heel down, press into the outer edge of your left foot, reach your left arm forward, cartwheel yourself up into your warrior two. You can always adjust your feet if you get here and you're like, that just wasn't right for me. And then straighten your legs, palms touch overhead. Exhale back to me. Turn your left palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Keep out reaching up and over. So nice, everyone. And then straighten your front leg, coming into your peaceful triangle. Now your inner thighs are working, your legs are working. You're sucking all the energy up out of the earth. And then you come into your T position. You reach towards me, reach. And then bring your right hand down towards your shin, towards a block, left hand up to the ceiling. Right ear open, right ear to the floor, left ear to the ceiling. There's a bit of a rotation going on in your torso. Breathe here. If you can open and relax your shoulders, lifting yourself up. And then come all the way back up. Bend your right knee back into warrior two. Cartwheel yourself down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. Or take a child's pose, whatever you want to do. And we'll all meet in our downward facing dog. Breathe here. Look forward at your hands and walk your feet up to meet your knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, palms touch overhead. Exhale your hands down by your side. And a breath. Inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Choose your vinyasa. This is our last round, 2 sides, and then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here in your down dog. Put your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, open your hip. Maybe you straighten and bend the leg this time. Just to explore how that feels. Does it throw your balance off? Do you love it or not? And then draw the left knee into your chest, hover here in plank. Slide the left foot up between your hands. You're in your low lunge. Breathe here. Turn your right heel down, reach forward, cartwheel yourself up into your warrior two. Straighten your leg, let your palms touch overhead. Take this opportunity to adjust your feet if needed, and then meld back into your warrior two. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Breathe here. Straighten your left leg, coming into peaceful triangle. Engage through your core, come upright, open into a T, reach towards me, and then hinge down into triangle. Left arm down, right arm up. Now, if you want to test your balance, make those big air guitar circles with your right arm. 1, 2, and 3. Bring your right hand down to the inside of your right foot and slowly walk over to the right, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Plant both hands on the ground. Legs are straight, knees are slightly bent, toes are pointing towards the long side of your yoga mat. Nice. All right, bend your right knee. And then straighten it, bend your left knee. And then straighten it. And then both hands, bring your right hand under your center of your face and twist up to the left. Put your left hand down, switch places, right arm up, twist up to the right. Right hand comes down. Walk yourself back towards your left foot, one hand on either side. Slide your left foot back to plank. Last vinyasa. Nope, I lied. Second to last vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you, bend your right knee, point your right knee up to the ceiling. You want to explore straightening and bending that leg from here with the hip open, you're welcome to do that. And then draw the right knee into your chest, hold it here, squeeze it up and in. Slide the right foot forward between your hands, you're in your low lunge. Turn your left heel down, cartwheel yourself open into your warrior two. Straighten your right leg, palms touch overhead, fix your feet if you need to, melt back into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your right leg, peaceful triangle. Engage your legs, bring your arms to T, reach towards me, and then slowly bring your right hand down to your ankle or block or the floor, left arm up. Explore your balance with big circles with your left arm. 1, 2, and 3. Left hand comes down to the inside of the right foot and you walk both hands over to the left, facing the long edge of your mat. Plant your hands on the ground. Think about drawing your belly button up, extending your tailbone. And now bend the left knee back to center. Bend the right knee back to center. Plant the right hand under your face, twist up to the left. Maybe you explore what it feels like if you take your left hand and reach across your back to your right hip. Can you twist deeper around that center core line of your body? Breathe here. Slowly unwrap that, unwind. Switch hands, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. And explore bringing that right hand over to your left hip. Twist a little deeper. And then unwind that. Walk yourself back over to your right foot. Slide your right leg back. Now our last vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, upward facing dog, and then we all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. All right, pull forward to plank. Lower down or lower your knees. We're going to come all the way down onto our stomachs. Slide your arms out in front of you, coming back into that Sphinx pose. All right, we're going to bend our right knee and then lower it back down. Bend our left knee, lower it back down, right, and now slide your left forearm across your body or across the front of you, bend your right leg, and then see if you can reach back with your right arm for your right foot. Breathing here. Little back bend, little twist, and then release. Bring your right hand diagonally across the mat in front of you, bend your left foot, reach back with your left arm. This doesn't work for you, maybe you prefer a bridge if you still want a back bend. And then release your left arm. Now, we are going to attempt a bow. So you can continue to do this one leg, one arm thing, or if you want, bring your forehead down to the mat, bend both knees, reach back for your feet with both hands, and then start to kick your feet into your hands. And as you kick into your hands, it opens and lifts your chest to the front. And then lift your feet up to the ceiling. And then slowly Release it down. Bring your head to the floor, shake your hips out. Side to side. Gently press yourself up to the tabletop. We're gonna go into pigeon, so you can take it from tabletop here, or you can lift your hips into your downward facing dog. Float that right leg up behind you. Draw the right knee towards your right wrist. Bring your leg across. Slide your left leg. Melt yourself down. So maybe you come to your forearms and you need to take a little bit of a break. Maybe you're flexible or warmed up enough to be able to float all the way down, forehead onto the mat. Think about relaxing and dropping the tension. Drop it off your shoulders. Drop it from your forehead. Send the left leg back behind you a little bit more. Constantly adjust these poses as you settle into them, if something starts to feel wrong or good. And if pigeon doesn't work for you, you can lie on your back and take a figure four. It's going to open up your outer hips the same way. And start to lift yourself back up. Coming back into tabletop, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Shifting your weight side to side. And float the left leg up behind you. Draw the left knee behind the left wrist. Sliding your right leg back behind you. Again, slow or fast, getting into your full pigeon. Dropping your forehead down to the ground. And get your forehead to rest on something, whether it's a block or a pillow. But letting your head be supported allows you to let go of some of the tension and stress in your shoulders and your arms, your upper back. You want your spine to relax, you want your hips to relax and open. You can extend your leg a little bit further behind you. Maybe you can bring your elbows out to the side, see if that helps you relax your shoulders. And start to slowly walk yourself up. We're gonna roll onto our left hip. We're gonna swing both legs out straight in front of us. Using our arms, sit up nice and tall. Slide the right foot onto the ground. Hook your left elbow around your right leg and then start to gently twist over your shoulder. As we come into the counter twist, feel free to let your leg open to the right as you twist to the left. A little monkey opener. And then come back to center. Extend your leg out front, slide the left foot up. Hook the right arm, swing it back to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe here. And then as you come into your counter twist, you can let your left leg fall open. And then come back to center, extend both legs out in front of you. Reach your arms out and then slowly roll down. Nice slow 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide your knees all the way into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a squeeze. You're in a tiny little ball. Bring your knees into your armpits. And if you like happy baby and that feels good for you, go ahead and reach and hold on to the outer edges of your feet, straightening, bending, straightening your legs so you're in that 90-degree angle. Feet towards the ceiling, knees towards the armpits. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you can hold on to your toes of your feet and start to straighten your legs, maybe bend one leg, straighten the other, rocking side to side. Play around here, taking advantage of anything that you need to do that we haven't done yet. And then slowly making your way into your Shavasana. So you'll slowly extend your legs away from you. Let your arms extend away from you on the ground. Inhale, exhale, let everything get heavy and sink on down. Come around while you're in your Shavasana with some lavender oil. If you are not interested in this, give me a little wave and I'll know to avoid you. So take a big inhale. Exhale everything out, get heavy, sink into your mat. Put your eyes closed. Bring your energy and attention to your feet and to your toes. Curl your toes into your feet. Tighten them up. Squeeze every muscle in your foot. Tighten it, squeeze it, tighten it, tighten it, tighten it, and then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your energy and attention to your legs, to your ankles, your shins, your calves, your knees, your thighs, your quads. Tighten up all those muscles that we just used. Squeeze them together. Wrap the muscles around the bones. Squeeze, 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 and then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your energy and attention to your hips and your waist. Squeeze your bum, tighten it up, cinch your waist and draw your belly button to your spine. Squeeze it in. And then exhale, let it out. Bring your energy and attention to your hands. Place your thumb in your palm. Wrap the fingers around your thumb. Squeeze your fingers in. Tighten your breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring the energy and attention to your arms, to your forearms, your elbows, your biceps, your triceps. Squeeze all those arm muscles together, tighten them up, wrap them around the bones, squeeze, squeeze, and release. Shake it out. And relax. Bring your energy and attention to your chest, your back, your shoulders. Squeeze everything towards the front of your body. Squeeze your shoulder blades to the back of your body. Lift your shoulders to your ears. Squeeze and then let it go. Shake it out. And relax. Bring your attention and focus to your neck, to your head, to your face. Squeeze and tense the muscles in your neck. Squeeze your cheeks. Wrinkle your nose. Scrunch your eyes closed. Tighten up every little bit of your face, and you're pulling it all in towards your nose. Squeeze it in, tense it up, first your lips, and then let it go. Shake it out, and relax. From the top of your head all the way down to your toes. I want you to think about this tensing energy just taking over your body, squeezing everything, tensing it all up, squeeze, and then let it go. Shake it out. Body melts and sink into the chest rise and fall. Your fingers, your toes, let your feet go side to side. Let your head rock gently. And if you want, extend your arms up overhead so that you can take a stretch from your fingertips to your toes. You're just waking up. Big long stretch. And then slowly roll onto one side, drawing your knees in as you go. And hanging out on your side. Start to press yourself up into a seated position. Whatever type of seat is comfortable for you. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Feel your heartbeat, feel that energy moving around inside of you. Feel your breath. Feel that energy moving around inside of you. Acknowledge and thank yourself everything that you've done these past 16 weeks. I thank you all for allowing me to lead you through this practice this evening. Namaste.